Alright, to save time, I erased what we had. We're going to be working with this new pattern. Now I'm going to unwarp it. We did warp it here to see if that's what a warp is. Watch what happens when you go back to perfect fourth tuning. Bing, there it is again. And you'll see this characteristic shape. Okay, and it's the wonderful thing about warping that kind of moves some notes over and around the tuning nut at the very end of the guitar. That puts two notes more accessible. So we like that. Although that third note's kind of left there hanging, and so are the others. And but this is going to solve that. Okay, that's going to solve that. Okay, cursor mode, please. Alright, we're going to solve that with these longer, with the S2XL. So right here is where it is. This is what it's called. It's called basic building block because it's scalular. We're going to use it all over the place as if it was a syllable. You know? So, we could make words with it, okay? It's going to cure that problem we have down here with the E. Let's look up here. Okay, we've got these notes here. This is already warped, so this is a normal tuning guitar. Alright? And what it is, so this is E, A, D, G, B, and E. It's in the key of C because E would be the third of C, right? For sure. For sure. Bum, 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 bum. Okay? Now, the problem is, when we want to play, let's say, a G diatonic scale, okay, that sharp is not going to be accessible because of the string isn't long enough. So what we have here for the G is always going to start on the 6th scale member. Just trust me. Alright, so we got alright, that would be okay, that would, oh wait a second. Alright, that's the G, that is the G-shaped cage member. Probably the same thing. Let's not get into confusion that doesn't exist yet. Let's say we're going to play this D. Here we go. Ready? Nobody's going to argue that is a D. It's actually an E flat as far as frequency, you know, pitch is concerned, but it's the D shape on the guitar. Everybody knows that big D sound, and I don't have to bar it. So really, doesn't look like a whole lot of work to do this D. It was like, what's he doing up there? Is that an A? Is that a D? No, it's a G, because I've got it barred down here. See? So what I'm saying is, we try to play this thing, and I'll show you right here, the third string from the top is your G string, but you can't get that unless you go to the string below it. So here we are, here's the 5, here's the root. The root, it's still in C. This is where I got confused before. I apologize. We're still, you know, it's written, I can't point to that thing. It's written in the key of C. So when we do our G, it's the 5th of the key of C. Okay? It's just a note, just calling it 5. You could call it G. Alright? So we have to go underneath to the string prior and hit an F sharp. So 4 is the F. F is the 4th of C. Okay, I mean we could do the thing. We could do the thing over here too. I mean, if you want to call that 5 the root, we could come over here and I could show you the exact same thing. Yeah, it just takes a little while to see what's going on. Okay, so I get confused too. I'll admit it. Let's say this is our G. Okay, there's the big fat 7, and this, you see how I even drew an extra? That's not a fret. That's a virtual hyper fret nut. That's a hyper fret nut, meaning it's imaginary, but it's there for diagram purposes. If we wanted to do a G, that's where the G is, and it would be the open string, and then it starts on the 6. Okay, then it starts on the 6. Problem is, open string with here, we can't get to this. We have to go over to this guy, and guess what we have right there? 5, 6, 7 root 2, 3. We have one of these long. Lo and behold, we have one of these stack of extra 3 long. 5, 6, 7 root 2, 3. That's why we want to learn this pattern, so we can apply it. We can apply it in situations such as this. So instead of getting that 7, which it exists if we're up here on the bar or something like that. I don't even know if this, we're one string down from there, but I mean, it exists if you're up away from the bottom of the thing, and that's certainly something we do want to do. As a matter of fact, that 7R2 is part of the easy S3S. Whoops, one more time. Okay, I can't see that well with these glasses, but that's okay. I prefer to have these glasses on. So right there, what I wanted to say was we have this guy here, okay, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, R2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But what about 4, 5, 6? It's warped up. It has to be warped up, okay, because of the difference in tuning. The third, from the root to the third, on the between the fourth, what I call the 4th and the 5th string. So that's it. That's our pattern right there. It's just warped up. So you've learned how to. You've learned that the pattern is useful there. And I'm going to show you something else because we only have about a minute left on this segment. So here's our G. All right, and the root is going to be the G. So actually, that, strictly speaking, should be played right up here. You can almost hear it. It's too small for me to play, but it's oh, it's rough. It's 6, 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we can break into this pattern. Now let me show you something. When you're going to 4, 5, 6, it's the 5, 6 that is actually doubled down here, which means it's a substitution pattern. It can be substitute. You see here at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, R2 is our S3S pattern. Right there at this 5, 6, you can substitute all this stuff in between and just pick it up from here at this 5, 6 up here and go 7 root 2. That's what I'm saying. That's why the pattern, the repeating 5, 6 is valuable. You just look at it, it locks you in. 5, 6, I know where I am. I'm in an S3S, 7 root 2. It's just that it's warped here. Once you get used to the warp, you'll see the pattern. Okay, so it's 5, 6, 7, R2, 2, 3, 4. There's our S3S right there. Right there.